Welcome to another Wise Maths and Science online video. We've been told that there are n counters in a bag. 8 of the counters are red and the rest are blue. Adam takes the counter from the bag and does not replace it. So let's emphasize this, does not replace it. He then takes another counter at random from the bag. The probability that Adam takes 2 blue counters is 1/5. Now, this is probably best represented using a probability tree diagram. So let's have a quick look at this. So if we have a quick look over here, well, we know there's 8 red counters and there's a total of n, so that's 8 chances out of n to get a red. So therefore, to get a blue, well, we know once again the total is n. However, the amount that we get over here in terms of blue is going to be the total of n, it's minus 8. So it's going to be n minus 8 over here. Now we're really interested in this branch over here. We're really interested in this branch over here, which is go 2 blue counter, which is blue and blue. So they really want to focus over here. All right. Now, if we choose this and it's not replaced, well, it needs to be one less in terms of the numerator over here to get. If we choose the first one's blue, the second one's blue. So therefore, you should end up getting one less on the numerator. So we should get something like this over here, where you have n over here. However, you add minus 8 of the take away 1, which is going to get m minus 9. That's one less. All over, let's have a quick look at this. All over here. Now, one more time over here, we need to reduce one more from the denominator over here. And so before it was n, so now this is going to become n minus 1. Now, the probability that you're going to get 2 blue counters is 1/5. So therefore, you go across the branch, you need to multiply. So therefore, what does this work? What does this look like? It should look like something like this. So you end up getting n minus 8 over n, and then it's going to be n minus 9 all over n minus 1. Let's write that down. N minus 9 all over n minus 1. That should be n. I'm going to multiply these two together, and they've told us that the probability is equal to 1/5. So let's equate that to 1/5. That's going to work out to be like this. Now, what we could do, we can get a common denominator over here. So therefore, you end up getting n minus 8 multiplied by n minus 9. And the denominator is going to work out to be n lots of n minus 1. And once again, it works out to be 1/5 over here. So let's fill that in over here. Now let's expand and simplify this. Cross multiply as well at the same time. What we should achieve over here, you should end up getting n squared. In fact, let's cross multiply as well. So you're going to get times that by 5. 5 lots of n squared. That's going to be minus 8n minus 9n, and minus 8 times minus 9 is plus 72. Let's close the bracket over here, which works out to be 1 lot of, it's going to work out to be n times n, which is n squared, and then n times minus 1, which is minus n. Now let's draw a little margin over here. Let's draw a little margin, and we can carry on from over here. So therefore, what happens is that you're going to end up getting 5n squared. 5n squared. In fact, let's tidy up what's inside the bracket first. Let's get 5 inside here. You're going to get n squared minus 17n plus 72. And what I will do, I'll bring this over here, which will give you minus n squared plus n is equal to 0. Let's expand it out. So you get 5n squared minus 85n 72 times 5 is going to give you plus 360 minus n squared plus n is equal to 0. Right, now you've got 5n squared minus n squared, which will give you 4n squared. You have a minus 85n, add n, which will give you minus 84n. And then you have plus 360, which is equal to 0. And what we need to do, we need to divide everything by each item by 4. So on each of the items. So 4n squared divided by 4 will leave you with n squared. 84 divided by 4 will give you minus 21n. And then you've got 360 divided by 4, which will give you plus 90, which is equal to 0. And that is exactly what they're looking for part A. So over here for part A, it's also show that n squared minus 21n plus 90 equals 0. And so we've completed that first part. Now for part B, it says find the value of b. Now what we need to do, we need to actually solve for this then over here. So what we need to do, if we go on over here, we're looking to factorize this. So if I could look to factorize it, let's have a look at the factors of 90. Okay, so it could be 1 and 90, 2 and 45, 3 and 30. Let's have a look, 5, and you're going to get 18, 6 and 15, 9 and 10. Look, it looks like we're going to use the 6 and the 15. So over here, we're going to be factorizing it, and we need it to be n minus 6. We need this minus 6 and a minus 15, because if you multiply them, you get a plus 90. And if you combine them together, minus 6 and minus 15, you end up getting minus 21. So that's going to be n minus 15 is equal to 0. Now that's that factorized. Now we just need to solve it. So either n is going to work out to be 6, or n is equal to 15. Now according to our question over here, it's talking about the 8 of the counters are red and the total are n. So this is the one that we're going to have to reject. So this one over here, we're going to have to reject this one where it says n is equal to 6. This one has to get rejected. And this is the one that we're going to accept. So n is equal to 15. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe, because it gives me more encouragement to make more videos. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Thank you. Goodbye.